I always start off my day with hydration. Drinking at least 6 liters of water a day is so important for flushing away toxins and overtaxing your kidneys. I only drink municipal tap water. Where I live, the government adds chlorine to the water, and the government always has my best interest at heart. I always keep my water in this plastic bottle that I have had for ages. This ensures phthalates from the bottle seep into the water so I can have a steady intake of phthalates. Next, I go to take a shower, and I don't use any type of special shower head with a filter. This way I can absorb a large amount of chlorine and chlorine byproducts through my skin as well. I look for a soap that contains sodium laureth or sodium lauryl sulfate, which is a really powerful detergent that is great at stripping away natural oils from my skin. I am very fortunate to live in an apartment that gets only a tiny sliver of sunlight through the bathroom window, so I really don't have to worry about sun exposure that can lead to the production of vitamin D in my skin. To prevent my body from secreting sweat in an attempt to regulate my body temperature throughout the day, I use an antiperspirant that contains aluminium. Aluminium does a great job of blocking sweat pores and preventing this natural physiological mechanism from occurring. Next, I get dressed. Most of my clothing is made of polyester. This non-breathable fabric is really great at regulating my body temperature throughout the day and promoting skin problems. For makeup, they don't have ingredient lists on makeup products anyway, so I usually go for the cheapest brand at the drugstore. That way I can be fairly certain that the ingredients are low quality and toxic. Before leaving, I brush my teeth with a fluoride toothpaste. Where I live, fluoride is not added to the drinking water, so I have to supplement my fluoride with a fluoride-containing toothpaste to prevent tooth decay and promote the degeneration of my nervous system. Then it's off to work. Here I spend the next 8 hours building someone else's dream and fighting the imminent feeling of wasting the best years of my life. I make sure that my chair and desk height are slightly misaligned. That way I really get an amazing tension in my upper neck. Intense focus from staring at the monitor screen for this prolonged period also really builds the endurance of my eyes. When I get home, it's nearly dark, so I switch on the fluorescent light. This light really helps wake me up again so I can start getting relaxed for bedtime. Then I get to work making dinner. I buy meat that comes in polystyrene containers like these, so that my daily intake of polystyrene is also met through the contaminated food. I practically cook everything in my favorite non-stick Teflon pan. I make sure to scratch it or heat it to a high temperature from time to time to release forever chemicals like PFOAs and PFOSAs. I cook my food in sunflower oil, which is heart-healthy, very low in saturated fats and high in polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats. Then a few hours later, I binge on any sugary snacks I can find lying around the house to make up for my lack of calorie and protein consumption throughout the day. Then, to combat my existential dread, I proceed to scroll social media for several hours. I usually do this until I'm sure it's not possible to get 8 hours sleep anymore. Then I eventually fall asleep listening to the soothing sound of traffic. Hope you enjoyed seeing my toxic daily routine.